Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. I'm here today with your message from Spirit. Let's get started here. Shuffling the cards. Five of Pentacles. Let's hope we don't get that one away. Sorry for this. I hope you're all having a really good day. Death card, transformation, rebirth. So let's see what Spirit feels you need to know today. Message from Spirit. Please, card as a message from Spirit. Please. Ooh, and there goes one flying. And we have, the reversed Four of Pentacles. So this is about financial insecurity, being greedy, stingy. So upright is sort of about financial stability. You've created security, but it also could be about holding on to things too tightly, right? You're afraid you're going to lose it. You're holding on to it too tightly. So reversed is about not having that financial security, or maybe being too greedy, maybe not being willing to share your resources, maybe losing your resource. Here it says poverty mentality. So it can also be about the fear of losing things, about being too materialistic, too focused on materialism. So let's get your obstacle card. Ooh, that came out quickly to try and clarify. Ooh, your obstacle is death. Okay, death is about transforming, endings, new beginnings, right? Absolute endings. So divorce could be represented by death. Someone dying could be represented by death. Losing your job, changing jobs, right? The ending, absolute ending of one cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. So that's your obstacle. So I would say that you are actually holding on to the past too much, and you're not going, your obstacle is you're not ready to sort of cut your losses and move on. Okay, let's get your next step or action you should take, advice for you. Next step or action, advice please. Next step, action or advice please. Let's see what the cards want you to know today. Please, Spirit, what message do you have today? Oh, there's one. Oh, there you go. Okay, focusing on joy, harmony. Oh, and Queen of Swords. Okay. So I think this is saying that you are focused too much on the material world. You're too much into that, and your obstacle is like ending that for whatever reason. Maybe this could be about you have a job where you're working 80 hours a week and you never get to see your family, but you're insecure. You're worried, if I don't work this 80-hour job week, I have to make less money. I'm not going to have what I need. And what they're saying is like, no, your obstacle is you need to end whatever this is. You need to end this so that you can find the joy and harmony, right? This is not the Ten of Pentacles. This isn't being completely financially stable at the end of it. This is finding your emotional fulfillment. Okay, so this could even be something like you are dating someone, and although you'd like to spend the rest of your life with them, you don't want to get married because you're like, no, these are my resources. This is my money. And what it's saying is you need to end those thoughts if you ever want to make this Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, right? Having happy family, happy wife, doesn't have to be wife, husband, whatever, partner, setting yourself up so you're emotionally fulfilled. You have everything you want emotionally. And then the underlying energy is the Queen of Swords. So using your wisdom, your objectivity, your discernment, right? So using your intellectual resources, you need to use your intellectual resources to bring something to an end so that you can be emotionally fulfilled. Let's get some clarifying cards here. So 10 of Cups, look at that, 10 of Cups. What are the chances of that? I think that happened in the last reading. Queen of Wands, got the Queen of Swords, and Ace of Cups. New emotional beginnings, right? intuition, love. Okay, so let's get a clarifier for our reverse Four of Pentacles, please. There it is. And we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about being in conflict, right? It's sort of about having won the battle, right? Being, but still being tired and weary and done. And I would say that's what this is. Whatever your career is or whatever it is, you're done battling. You're done. You're weary of it. You need to make changes. You need to come to an absolute ending so you can find your emotional fulfillment, even if that's just emotional fulfillment in your career, right? You don't like your career. Maybe you make a lot of money, but maybe if you took a career that you actually loved, maybe you could make just the same amount of money because you'd love it and you'd be really into it and you'd be investing time and energy beyond what you had to. Or maybe you would make less money, but you would at least be emotionally fulfilled, right? If you're miserable all day, you're just grinding and working and you don't feel life is really worth enjoying because all you're doing is collecting money, that's no fun. That's not what life is supposed to be about. Life is supposed to be about living in the Ten of Cups, but having enough resources that you can be happy within that Ten of Cups. Okay, let's see. A clarifier for death, please. Ooh, quickly. Oh, no, too many. Sorry, it's too many cards. I don't like to get that many cards. Okay, I just want one card as a clarifier for the death card, please. Just one card as a clarifier for the death card, please. So if you have any comments, what you like about my readings, what you don't like, what you would like me to see me do, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear. So the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is about moving forward, using your creativity, having enthusiasm. And what do you see here? We have it in reverse, right? So this could be about being lazy or impulsive or misdirection. And I would say what this is about is you are misdirected in where you should be headed, right? You're not headed towards something good, right? Upright, you're headed towards some inspirational idea. You're headed out on a new adventure. We reverse it, you're not headed towards that. And you need to have this absolute ending so that you can start heading towards this. Can I get a clarifier for the Ten of Cups, please? Clarifier for the Ten of Cups, please. Ooh, that one almost wanted to come out. Let's see if it does. Ooh, that one did. Ooh, the Devil reversed. There we go, at least it's reversed. So, the Devil's about addiction or your bondages, what you're being tied down. So this would be about being liberated, aware, reclaiming your own power, right? So most definitely, there's something going on here. You need to have an ending so that you can get to here. So you can get to the point of true happiness within your life, right? That's all we all want is true happiness. And sometimes making less money, working less hours, that is what brings true happiness. Ooh, and reverse temperance. So this can be about being so it's about intuition or using your wisdom. So reversed is about being disconnected or having secrets, having some hidden motives. So I would say to watch out for that on your way, but you need to be using your intellect and your discernment and be honest with yourself and make sure you're using your intuition. Don't let that get away from you. Make sure you're doing what you love that's emotionally going to fulfill you. Stop worrying about the money so much. The money will follow. Can't guarantee it, but I would be less focused on what the money is about and more focused on what truly fulfills you and fulfills your heart. I think today we are going to get you, I think we'll get you a love card because we're talking about doing what fulfills your heart. So let's see what messages. This is more about couples and relationships, but let's see, hopeless. See, right now, do you feel hopeless? That you're never going to be fulfilled? Distant. And intuition, use your intuition. So let's just get one card here about what today we need to know. A spirit message. Thank you. And we have running. Okay, so I would say you're running from what is truly making you happy, and you need to run towards it. You're maybe running towards something else, but you're not running towards your 10 of Cups, and you need to be more focused on that and running towards your 10 of Cups. I think today we will get a Moonology card to end. And let's just see what these cards want to tell you for today. Let's kind of sum up the message. That's what I like to do. I guess we'll see as we go along. Moonology card for today, please. Ooh, and there we go. It's time to take action. Look at that. New moon in Aries. Time to take action. See? This is what it is. You need to come, whatever it is in your life, whether it's career or how you're running your finances or even a relationship. It could be, I would think it's more closely related to work, just with these swords up here, pentacles, finances too, but it definitely could be about emotions. You're definitely not emotionally satisfied, and Spirit definitely wants you to work towards being emotionally satisfied. And they're saying it's time to take action. It's time to take action. It's time to end completely what you don't like, you don't want to be, where you don't want to be, so that you can start moving towards your 10 of Cups, which is where everybody wants to be in life. Everybody wants to be completely emotionally fulfilled and have fulfilling relationships in their life. That was a wonderful message. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm sending out peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.